Welcome, it's the doctor's birthday today. On the eve of 2020, right before my election year. I'm thankful that you're all watching my show and paying attention. It's December 31st in Arizona, and it's bright outside, and, well, it's not freezing, but I walked with no shirt on to the pool. This is the jacuzzi, actually. I wish I had that dog that stayed in the jacuzzi with me. There you go. All right, what are we talking about? The secrets of Tai Chi martial arts and history and everything. I'm the angel of death. Welcome. I know, most everything. If I don't, then I have to learn it and then I figure it out. But basically, I'm just a really smart guy. That's all it is. That's all this is. And then I die later and then I come back to life. Yeah, it's a big murder scene. But read my book, drorigin.com. We could call that a cut, but who cares? I still live on today. I'm still not President of the United States of America. First given to an Italian Jewish navigator, Amerigo Vespucci. Why did we name America after Amerigo Vespucci? Has anybody ever thought about that? Maybe you should turn this off and ponder that yourself. But let's get back to it. Ponce de Leon, what did he discover? The fountain of youth. They were Isaiah 41:18, something like that. Maybe you should read your Bibles, people. You're not noticing that the prophecies that came to be spoken in Isaiah's day are now fulfilled. 1902, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. We became the first nation to fly. 2011, we became the first nation to create a drone, a small aircraft that pilots itself with precision. Today, drones are everywhere. You can make your own flying car out of a drone, as long as the FAA doesn't find you and shoot you down, or you don't go above a certain height or something like that. I think depends on where you've argued it in court somewhere. If you can't go out of your backyard, something like that. Well, anyway, because you own the airspace above your house, so that's where the Jetsons come in. If you own land in the future, because we're going to be here a long time, apparently. I got 93,000 years ahead of me. So, like I said, read my book, or else you're not going to understand what I'm talking about. And then read your Bibles, people, because you're not actually reading it. You're just kind of like, oh, I got it read. I put all the words in my head. Yeah? How well are they in there? Yeah. Oh, not so good, eh? Get to know the stories of God. Get to know every twist and turn of your own self. That's the practice of combat in God's world. It becomes communication, and it can become a punch to the face, but it all starts with a particular attitude: patience, peace, healing. Tell that fox, I'm going to continue to heal and cast out demons. I'm the doctor. Press the like button. You know you do. Well, I should just keep going, because what's a long video anyway? Just more information. All right, so if you want to learn how to fight, I'm not going to teach you until we get to heaven. Ha, ha, ha. But I'll teach you I'll show it to you if you want to see it. But I won't teach it to you. No, it's a secret art. Harry Houdini and I both share this art, taught to me by a very interesting man, still alive to this day, Andre Cole. And will teach you all of the magic level things that humans can do, man can do, that God said, well, yeah, of course you could do that, but now you're full of sin and corruption and pollution, and so you're not able to do the stuff you used to do, like run fast. Like everybody used to run fast. Everybody could run 40 miles an hour. It was just a thing until about 500 BC. All of a sudden, the health of all of the world was just like, I can't run 14 miles. Wow, that's horrible. And then the marathon became famous. We start pushing ourselves back. But you can push yourself back. You can work out. You can try harder. But guess what? If you don't have the Tanoshi, the spirit of change, the I Ching, right? It's just as simple. I'm not trying anything. And I'm waiting here. Right? My hand is up here. The ancient art of the white crane. Stillness. For long periods of time. Not Tai Chi, not slow intention. That's the stretching part of the martial art. So that's how your arm stretches out. But your I is how hard you push when you're stretching. Now you see that transition where it shook my muscle here, it shakes. When you have full chi all the way down, that's when it won't do that. It'll come in and just be smooth. But you got to test it on this very slow movement. See? That big, huge pung right there. See? It doesn't connect in many places. So how do you fix that kind of stuff, people? That's what I teach on my show, by the way. And how to kill people and all that kind of stuff. But, that's not important. The important part is healing and casting out demons. And getting rid of foxes. Right? Red-haired, inbred, or bald, demon-possessed, or worse, just angry. If you're in politics just because you're angry, you're in it for the wrong reason. You have to have a servant's heart and the heart of God. Right? Oh, now did you hear that? See, that's the secret. If you pass the chi, the gas that is between here and here and here and here and here and here and here, between those areas that don't have the cellular structure, if you want to put it that way, in Western evil medicine terms. Yeah, that's right. Don't go see any other witch doctor. I am the doctor. Don't go anywhere. The doctor. Read it and weep. Now, I want you to remember, just because somebody evil said it doesn't mean it's wrong. Haha. So you can learn a lot of things from Western medicine. Just don't listen to them as if they were your God, people, because they don't know anything. Jeremiah 10:2. They've collected lots of interesting data, though, that you could read about. Like, for instance, the radial and the ulnar nerve. These are them. Think about it that way. Don't think about it as you got a radial nerve and it somehow splits. No. They go all the way through. Live long and prosper, people. Space Force, Kung Fu. Right? Now, it all starts with the fingers. You teach it to your fingers. Miyamoto Musashi said, learn to play a guitar-like instrument, harp, shakuhachi. And find your limits. Right? And when you feel those clicks and breaks and whatnot, just go slow, right to them. Don't push into them. Just find them and go, oh, there's one. And just hold your strength. That is literally the practice of the tongue that ended up in martial art. It becomes a martial art so deadly that you don't want to know. All right, I'm turning from the inside, in the elbow and in the shoulder and in the spine, all the way from the center. You might call it a dantian, yeah. Qian, the big God. Right? You're turning for certain reasons. Turn and be healed. Right? And you want to be able to articulate every muscle. So, and then there's the levels of gong. Don't forget that. There's very gentle and then very strong, right? So you go from holding your hand here gently to holding it strong. No shake transitions like I have, right? So Eddie, get a good picture of this kind of stuff. Ignore my face. Finger reading. It's like facial recognition, except much more complicated, right? And maybe we can have passwords based on sign language and movements that understand how a hand can move and how a hand maybe can't, and what happens to a hand visually rather than just, because the machine needs to feel what it sees move, not just see it move. I think that'll be good. That's for my artificial intelligence editor. He goes through all my videos and checks everything, and it does a lot of fun stuff. I'm not allowed to talk about it. Sign the NDA. There's no NDA. I don't even have employees. Why would I need employees? Just because I'm president? Okay. Well, how do you treat your employees? Here's a good question for you. Are you the guy, the girl who comes in and is like, we have to? Or are you the kind of person that says, where are we at? Or are you the kind of person that says, I can find somebody better than you? Or are you the kind of boss that might say, I don't care. What do I care? I got my own problems to deal with. I can't create more at work. Thank God we're still making money. Too slow, people. Speed it up. Do you think Steve Jobs treated his employees like that? No, he did not. Treated them like a bunch of donkeys. And then he made this image of how great he was and how you should all come to work for Apple Computer Incorporated, whatever it was called. Like, didn't the name change? Apple. Yeah. I think different companies and investor groups came in. A lot of people didn't realize, if you just sunk one share of Apple stock and pretended you didn't have a share at graduation day, for instance, or any other major company like that, McDonald's, etc. And then 20 years later, you're like, well, didn't I buy stocks once for fun? Like, I think I bought McDonald's for $190 in the 90s. What's it worth? $400,000. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Oops, too bad I didn't sell it before the other guy did. Stretch out, especially C6, 7, 4, and 5. Yeah, and then 2 and 1, that's reserved for your chiropractor, but you can do those too. You just have to be very gentle. And twist. You want to move your neck up. Try to get to heaven. Like, break that egg. And you'll feel it build. Like, oh, there's the egg. It's right there. That's the end of it. Oh. And nothing else needs to stretch. Or maybe it's all in the shoulder and all in the wrist. Usually it's down in the middle, the center, the dantian, groin area, right above there. And there's different points of rotation, so we're not, I don't know what chakra means, but if it means point of rotation, because even the shoulder's a chakra in my book, but I don't know what it is. But you can focus on that area and tighten it only, and everything else can be relaxed, and then you can tighten a totally different area, and then it can go relax. And you want to be able to, like, that's the art of Tai Chi, people. Basically, you just go through your entire body, no pain, and you kill people. That's it. That's all it is. All right, you want to learn moves? Come to my house, pay me what you can afford me every day, everything. Bring me Starbucks, rub my feet, mop my floor, pay me $1 million, whatever you can afford, just get to me quick. I doubt Jesus worried about money. He was like, money? I mean, don't we have some? Like, we got some, right? Yeah. How much? I don't know, 190,000? 190,000. There's like 7,000 of us. Shouldn't we have a little more? Probably. All right, let's start saving it. Okay, make a savings plan. Nope, nobody's doing that. Oh, invest. It's called investing. You give away to others in need what you can access. And for some reason, and it's not a particular percentage or number, it just for some reason, and it's what some people call the law of attraction, it just comes back to you. And it always comes back to you. Like, you know, heaven brings everything back. It's like, oh, here you go. All your tears, we got to wipe those away. So what does that mean? I got to fulfill your happiness story. On earth, however, we search for the surrender, suffering point. Or we should search for it. We run from it usually, but when you turn to it and point into your pain, into your fear, into yourself, the I Ching happens. Change. I wish my voice didn't sound like that. Change. Yeah, change. Change happens. Change. 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 It sounds funny when I say change. Okay, so tighten up that stomach. Hold it very gently. Don't let it go. I know this is a really long show, but guess what? Press the like button if you watched it all this way. If you didn't, then you didn't hear me say this. If you didn't hit the like button, I'm sure that TikTok will figure another way to enumerate my value. Kamikaze.com, people. I'll see you guys soon.